I just want to do a quick recap of the shenanigans that we had over the last week, starting with tough for us to get a direct flight to Green Bay, so we decided on Tuesday.
Is that the excuse?
Well, no, I'm just saying, well, we love getting together too. Tuesday night, we decided to go to Chicago, stay in Chicago together. You usually would take care of the hotel reservations. I said, you know what, Andrew, AJ, Andy, I've got this. I'm going to take care of the reservations. I got a place for us, the Chicago Club. And boy, did it not disappoint. It was wonderful, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, if you've never been to the Chicago Club, I was wanting to go. For any of the Fitz and Wits fans that know us well, you know that I'm more of like a Soho Chicago guy, probably.
He's bougie.
I'm very bougie, or maybe the Waldorf. But so I'm wanting to go hang out in the gym, the kind of social, restaurants, and the cafe down there. Fitz is like, I got this. I'm going Chicago Club. I get there, and I'm going to have a hoodie on, probably some version of sweatpants, some shorts, something. And I walk in, and it was very clear that I was not dressed appropriately for the Chicago Club. Everyone is in a full suit, business suit, tie, dress shoes that have just been shined. And, I tried to make a little conversation, and it was very clear that they kind of showed me the dress code rules. And, hey, listen, I got the opportunity to walk from the front door to my hotel room and back, and that was about the only place I was allowed with my dress code. But it was awesome. It was sick, and it was like going back 75 years. It was definitely a Ryan Fitzpatrick pick.
That was a cool part for me, though, because I'm part of the Harvard Club of Boston. It's a reciprocal club, and so it's fine. We could stay at all the nicest, most wonderful, fancy places, which you always want to do. But this had a little bit of culture to it.
I
really
agree.
did. Like the rooms were really cool. The view was insane. We actually did sneak up to the rooftop, even though you didn't have a jacket on. And that view was insane. So I was happy with that. But then what I was happy with, too, is we weren't allowed to eat there because you didn't have a jacket. And so we went to Chicago Cut. Oh, my. When you're lucky enough to go to a place and the GM comes out and says, we got you. We'll order for you. And you don't have to do a thing or order anything on the menu. That's when you know you're in for a good meal.
Yeah. You know what? Big Whit will never let you down when it comes to the dining, right? Not to mention, Fitz, I think you're forgetting because he's a candidate this week. Also, we got the guy working security there. One of the most epic beards I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is like beard of the year. This isn't even beard of the week. This was beard of the year. This thing was pretty sick. So then we go to Green Bay the next day, and we love walking around and doing our deal. And look, I needed a haircut. So what do? You go on Google, you check the Yelp reviews, and Fade O'Clock.
Fade O'Clock, baby.
Fade O'Clock popped up. I mean, maybe a little shorter than I would normally do, but I'll tell you what. We walked into that place.
I told you looked great. You looked fresh off the movie The Town. I mean, if you would have told me that you were standing beside Ben Affleck in The Town, hey, you looked good, buddy.
But it's always like the nerves. Whenever I go to a new barbershop, the beard, and I almost had him not touch it. I needed a little touch up. We probably took a little more off than I wanted, but Alersi did an unbelievable job. Very happy about that. We did the creamery for lunch, which is where we've been before. Biscuits and gravy, whatever else they had in the middle of the table. The food there is always amazing. We got our cheese curds. And then, man, what an epic game that we were able to cover. And my favorite part, we've got Micah Parsons with us. We're doing the post game. And we didn't bring it up. He brought it up organically. He thanked you. And he thanked you for how much you've meant to him, through the process of the contract, just helping him out over the years. I thought that was really cool and a testament to the guy that you are.
Yeah, it was a neat moment. I mean, Micah and I have, formed a good relationship over the last few years, got the opportunity to work with him a couple of years ago in the offseason. And, it's just been cool. It's one of the greatest things, and this. You've been in locker rooms as the leader and a guy, elder statesman that everybody kind of leans on for different things in life. And to me, that's the part when people ask you, do you miss football? I don't miss the football part as much as those locker rooms and the opportunities you had there at the last half of your career to just watch guys on their journey and mentor or say a word or be an encourager or maybe just a little insight and wisdom that maybe they don't have yet, just because you've already been through some of the experiences or seen them. It's cool to be able to be that for somebody, and it's not something I would ever share. So it was really neat that it meant something to him to share our relationship a little bit with everyone. And look, I'm a big fan, and wow, what a football team they have,
dude. And he's scary. The intensity. I was trying to get him to I was trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
I thought he was going to knock you out of your chair because you were a quarterback, and he had a way he was looking at you.
Yeah, I was very afraid sitting next to the guy. And then when I offered him the 40-pound thing of cheese, he wanted to know whose hands had been on it, and I don't think he took it home with him.